Hey, what's good, everybody? Feliz Domingo. I put my seatbelt on, that's why it's beeping. So yes, I'm a lot lower today because I'm back in Sonic, my 2008 Honda Civic CX. I don't forgot, it's been a minute. But anyway, first day back, so I'm really happy. Paid off those DC tickets. Fuck parking enforcement, except those who need a job. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm all for people having jobs and shit, but damn. All right, but anyway, so blessings on blessings on blessings. So the SundaySpark is gonna be a take 2 for the simple fact of the matter is it's needed, much needed. So I will start this message one by reminding you, you are the weapon you need to break through any obstacle you face. And I will also give a shout out to my brother, my cousin, my brother Darius, aka TNTK. Man, a slice that your tape, your CD, your album. I guess that's the best way to say it because I'm old. I'm still talking about tapes and CDs, but your album, A Slice, is just nasty, you know. And yeah, you can check it out on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere. Anyway, that being said, keep it direct. Keep it direct. You are the weapon, folks. How did I get started in SundaySpark, and what does it mean for this whole weapon mentality that I'm talking about people having? I was a bully kid. In 4th grade, I went to one school from, you know what I'm saying, 1st grade until 6th grade. But in 4th grade, I was a straight A student, and I skipped 5th grade because I was that good in school, you know what I'm saying, talking about numbers or whatever, you know, just on tests. And I'm really good at, what I found is I'm a good procrastinator. Like, I could wait till the last hour, and deductive reasoning and other types of intelligence, I can knock something out. So, you know, just talent, not diligence, right? No hard work, just I can do it. So I skipped a grade. So when I skipped a grade, all the friends I had since we were like literally learning our higher cognitive functions and all that, like I was no longer with them. And mind me for sweating, this car has literally been sitting, you know what I'm saying, in the sun for quite some time. So I gotta refill the Freon. So I'm gonna be nice and baked right now because I gotta redo my air conditioning. But anyway, that being said, so I skipped a grade, and so all my friends that I've been literally with from little kids to now like middle school age, we are no longer in class together. And you know, I literally, I guess maybe they felt betrayed, but damn, they definitely made me an outcast. And then the class I went into, with everybody being at least 2 to 3 years older than me, and anywhere from 3, 6, 9, 12 inches taller than me, also I didn't fit in. So I went through being, you know, suicidal, literally, being depressed, passive aggressive, things that I might even still deal with in some terms today. And, you know, as an adult, because I mean, you know, shit like that you get through, but, you know, you got to get through it because, you know, that stuff is intense. But anyway, yeah, so, oh yeah, so I remember where I was going with that. So I've been a bully kid, like went through it all. And one thing that I want people to know, no matter what your personality is, whether you're a dominant person or a more reserved person, whether you're an inspiring person or a more calculating person, is not let people bully. That is part of the weapon mentality. Like, you gotta be able to fight, because a lot of people, and this is not for anyone in particular, because honestly there's too many of y'all motherfuckers who don't give a shit about how things you say and what you think can alienate people, and you just talk because you might be this way educated, you might work here, you might do, like, none of that shit matters. You know why? Because everybody bleeds red blood. You know why? Because everybody goes to sleep and doesn't know if they're gonna wake up. You know why? Because nobody literally knows what the fuck life is, because there's books, there's churches, there's science, there's philosophy, there's so many different ways to quantify and qualify human life, except the truth is it's just meant to be lived. So I say all that to say, anybody who ever felt bullied, whether it's because of your race, your sexual orientation, you know what I'm saying, the fact that you are choosing to be vaccinated or choosing not to be vaccinated, I had to say that because it's whether you are, you know what I'm saying, African, Caribbean, Asian, Arabian, you know, Arab, white, black, purple, polka dot, all that shit. You are a human fucking being living the life that either you were taught how, learned how, or somewhere in between. So being a weapon is making yourself strong enough so maybe I could even adapt to saying not just being that weapon, that sword, if you will, but being that shield, that armor. Because in the world we live in, especially these days, which is even crazier, people are literally judging people based on one or two things. And I ain't just talking about pandemic, I ain't just talking about police brutality, I'm not just talking about cancel Me Too, like none of that. It's the fact that we are literally trying to say that as a human, whether you do this or not, that makes your life less valuable. Like this young lady passed, unfortunately, and this is not me calling out somebody better than the other because I don't even know what she looked like. I just read the story. Her dog was strapped to her waist and was stuck on the train, but she wasn't, so she got dragged and killed. Rest in peace to her, shout out, and heartfelt to her family. But in the comments, and you can look this up on IG, most of the people were talking about her dog. And yes, I'm all for all living things, but you are a human being and you're more, you feel worse for an animal versus an actual human being. That's trifling, you know what I'm saying? And unpopular opinion, I'm tired of being judged just because I'm such an engaging, inspiring, friendly person that, I don't have these type of strong values and things of that nature, because I do. Two, that I won't express them because I will. And three, everything I do is for health, mental, physical, and emotional and spiritual. So I damn sure feel like nowadays, if there's no other better time, it is right now to keep it 100. You got me fucked up. Again, this is not for anybody in particular. It's for a lot of people, from me being bullied in elementary school, middle school, high school, people at work, any of the jobs I've been at, am at, IG, Facebook, wherever, friends, like, why you got me fucked up is because you have your beliefs and you believe them. And you not only believe them, you impress them upon other people. And because you're so selfish, you think because somebody doesn't agree with you, there's something wrong with them. No, there's something wrong with you thinking that anyone has to subscribe to what you believe in. No, they don't. But guess what can happen? People can fucking communicate and find a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? That's what, in the perfect world, I believe that's what more people should be focusing on. But we don't live in a perfect world. This is the world we have, and we make it into something more. But this is the world we're dealing with. And y'all get to be on a journey with me driving and shit. So, how does it fit in? That was a long preface to say, you not only are the weapon to break through, but you also must understand that you have the armor. You know what the armor is? Your experiences. You know the armor is your nature. You know the armor is those thoughts, those beliefs, those actions, the intrinsic internal parts about you that nobody can take away, because literally your life experience helped build you into the person you are right now. Your grandparents, your parents, your friends, your lovers, your co-workers, your classmates, whatever you did in your quiet times, and this, that, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? That is a unique thing for you, and no one can take that away from you. So I just had to get this off my chest, you know what I'm saying? Take two in the status. Like, people, stop going fucking crazy. People are making money off of you going crazy or you being scared. And take care of your fucking health. I cuss a lot, so this is definitely not gonna be a proof for kids video. Take care of your fucking health. I was raised in the church, Christian church, and there's a verse says, guard the avenues of your soul. Stop watching the fucking news every day, because they're paid by certain people pushing the same message. Like, take a moment and meditate. Watch something you like. Listen to music. Do something for your mind, because your mind is where you live. Your emotions. Stop taking your fucking trauma that you never dealt with as a child out on other people. Why can I talk about this particular? Because I know trauma. Like, I've been suicidal, I've been depressed, I've cut myself, I've hurt myself, I've hurt others, like all that shit. But guess what? Literally, part of why I'm in fitness is because working out was partly of what saved my life. And that's why, like, when people talk, certain things about this and that, health this, immunity that, I'm just like, yo, fuck are you talking about? Why? Because literally your mind state, your heart state affects how you feel. And especially in our developed world of America, as much advanced as we have, technology and shit, we're not the healthiest people. We sit for like 80% of our day. And if you don't have to fucking quote me, the same people who, you know, find their platforms for, you know, anti-vax versus vax, for Republican versus Democrat, for all that bullshit, you all are looking up the same information. It's just whatever fits your boat, right? So fuck a boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be an island. I'm trying to be a continent. I'm not fuck a boat. Like, I want a whole, you know what I'm saying, to put that in some type of perspective. Truth is, you affect your health. How you think, how you feel. And guess what? The third part, how you fucking move. You don't have to go to box. You don't have to go lift weights. You don't have to go running. You don't have to go dancing, but you have to do something, because the human machine and structure developed by movement. You know what I'm saying? Think of the nervous system, all that stuff. The digestive system, you know, obviously the musculoskeletal system, but, you know, we could talk even more, integumentary system, you know, your skin, endocrine system, your hormones, your sex, like all that stuff. But guess what? It's all literally stuff you can find out. So in the midst of you finding out whether or not it's better and it lowers your chances to be vaccinated, or whether or not your natural immunity is going to take care of you because this and this, guess what? You're both on two opposite sides of the same coin. And I mean that saying that everybody feels strongly about what the fuck they feel strongly about. I'm not here going to talk about what's right or wrong, because I made choices for myself, you know, whether that's, you know, getting this specific thing or not doing this specific thing and blah, blah, blah. And I ain't going to be judged for either one. You know why? Because you don't even fucking know me enough to tell me that how type person I am based on what I do or don't do. And guess what? That's how it should be for everybody. So, your weapon is not something that should be used to tear you down or tear down relationships with others. It's to tear down obstacles. You know what a big obstacle is? Judgment, assumptions. Because, oh yeah, this person has comorbidity, so they had to take the shot. Or this person, oh, I grew up and I've never really been sick, and so I don't think that I need to put this. Like, there's not something wrong with either one of them. You know what's wrong? Is demonizing somebody based on the fact that they did or didn't do what you wanted to do. Like, that's your choice. You know, really wanted to switch stories for me, and I'm not gonna speak much on it because I'm a man talking about a experience for women. Why do people think that they can choose a choice for what a mother does with her child, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? But they don't necessarily have anything to say about. No, let me say it a different way. You know, this is a one take because I'm literally putting this together as we talk. Pro-life versus pro-choice. Life is precious. But if life is precious, why the fuck aren't you talking about that mother's life? Because no one goes through it except the moms. Like, I am a father. And guess what? For the life of me, there's a pain that I have a pain of not knowing, because for 10 months, my lady went through it twice. You know what I'm saying? The emotional, the mental, the physical, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Not everybody wants to be a mom. Not everybody can be a mom. Not everybody deserves, like, but guess what? That's not my choice to say, oh, because, you know, this book, because this science, you shouldn't do that. And I'm not gonna get any deeper than that, but it's just to help you understand, like, you don't have to hate somebody because they do something different from you. And you know why are you gonna hate somebody? Because of fucking fear. You know, I am a heterosexual male in relationship, working, still looking diesel, muscles, beard, blah, blah, blah. I don't go anywhere without wondering if I'm gonna come home alive. And I damn sure don't go anywhere because most of the places I work is mostly white people or non-black people, whatever, without knowing that I'm probably the only person in my space. And in that, and this is every fucking day for my whole life, every day. If you don't live or are grown understanding what it's like being someone different than you, shut the fuck up. So again, your weapons aren't meant to destroy you or others around you. They're meant to destroy obstacles. So if I like myself to a hammer, you know, John Henry, but not in a negative sense, like he beat the machine and he died. No, fuck that. I beat the steam machine and I'm gonna keep living. Break through these chains, break through those locks, break through those bricks, break through that bullshit that stopped me from being a happier, better person and relating to more people. Because guess what? Everybody's on this fucking rock and nobody has found a way to literally leave Earth for longer than a couple minutes or a couple months for those, you know what I'm saying, who go to, you know, go on, you know, international space missions and shit. So if there's nothing better than what we have now, what is the purpose of this message? You need to make better what you have in your hand, because that's all you fucking have. So use these weapons to break through these obstacles. 2, you have to remember there is an armor of who you are as a person, because whether you believe in God, science, some blending of the both, you made it. I like to still use it. The sperm and egg, you're the one. The egg accepted, the sperm, so one half of you, the other half, they made it. Even if you a test tube baby, you're here. And this is in no way, shape, or form me endorsing, you know, racism, sexism, like all the isms. I ain't talking about that shit. I'm just talking about literally digging past into a deeper person, like the mentality of people, the emotion of people, like the things people don't like to talk about. Trauma, because guess what? There's more than enough reason why certain people act how they act, and it's not an excuse, but a lot of people don't like dealing with that shit. Well, guess what? Mike didn't grow up like that. Mike didn't come into life like that. I didn't have that experience where I'm just like, oh, I could just, you know, pretend I'm just some artist, pretend I'm just some athlete, pretend. No, I had to deal with real shit from an early age. And that's why I call bullshit on a lot of stuff that's happening in our society. But to bring it back to the SundaySpark and the message of inspiration, like this is real life inspiration, real life optimism. You got to do the best with what's in your hand. And if your hand is a fist, you know what I'm saying, that is a tight thing that can't be broken. If your hand is a hammer, that can break through something. If it's a pen, you can write something. If it's a microphone, you can speak something. But you need to arm yourself with the power that is already in you, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, your training wise, all that stuff, to better your life and better the lives of those around you. So I'll write some type of really smooth message to go with this, but all I really have to say is don't let anybody get you fucked up. The armor of yourself is you are breathing, mask or no mask, you are breathing, unvax or vax, you are breathing, whether you're working, getting a PPP loan, blah, 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 whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're a father, mother, gay, straight, black, white, all the, like, you are a integral and important part of the world and earth today, because if it wasn't so, you wouldn't be here. So put that armor on of yourself, that you matter, and what your life will amount to is completely up to you. And the second thing, arm yourself with stuff to break through obstacles and rise above them. So I won't lose, you won't lose, break through, rise above, enjoy yourself, outdo you, operate 25/8, all that fly shit I like to say. You know what I'm saying? Get it, got it, think I'll do it. And friends, seriously, live your life the best way you can learn how, not just how you know how. Take your talent and add diligence and make something very fucking amazing. All right, maybe see you Wednesday. Peace.